pregnancy. The miracle of birth. Quite possibly the most amazing gift ever given to mankind. It's a wonder how it's accomplished. But what is it like to be pregnant? I'm starting to think that men will just never understand. If I were to ask a woman, I still couldn't really understand because there are just too many physiological differences between men and women. But this documentary isn't about that. Naturally, being a man, the first thing I thought of was,
oh no, not again.
So what is it like to be pregnant? And how can men get a better understanding of this? To understand, I need to experience it. But to experience it, I need to know what I need to experience. And to do this, I went to my wife. So what are some of the symptoms that you've been feeling?
The biggest symptom of pregnancy, I think, is the big belly. With our baby's development, she often kicks me, and so that's been giving me a lot of soreness, as well as when the stomach's been getting bigger, my ribs have had a lot of pressure on them, so there's a lot of soreness and pain there.
Okay.
Nausea is another big deal. I always feel like I'm throwing up, or going to throw up. I get moody. I have a lot of food aversions and food cravings, really funny ones.
Yep, I know those.
And I have to use the restroom all of the time. I get swollen feet and constipation.
As I looked over my list and I contemplated which symptoms were specific to pregnancy and which ones maybe guys would understand and feel as well, I decided to cross certain ones off. So my mission is to recreate all of these things, and that's what we're setting off to do. So these are my mother-in-law's shoes. This is my actual shoe size right here, and if I line the backs of them up, you can see how much smaller these are, and they're just not as wide either. Next we went to the store in search for the ideal specimen, and much to my dismay we found that specimen. It was a beautiful 8-pound, 4-ounce watermelon. Next we went on our way to what I was told was the Spinny Park, and I began to ride on these spinny rides. I immediately began to realize that nausea is just an awful experience, but at least my in-laws got a kick out of it.
Definition of good.
So here I was, nauseous, my feet hurt, I felt like I was going to throw up, and all I wanted to do was nothing. I wanted to lay down. I really couldn't understand how women could do this every single day for 9 months. We had to stop the car. I felt like I was going to throw up at one point. The watermelon was pushing into my gut. It was making it sore. It was pushing into my bladder too and making me need to pee all the time. Even things that I really would have once enjoyed just weren't as enjoyable. It was even painful. All in all, I think we need to reassess masculinity. I know many physically stronger men than my wife who complain about far less discomfort. Although it was only but a small glimpse into what pregnancy really is, I definitely have a lot more sympathy for my wife now. I can never really fully understand what it is to be pregnant, but at least from this little experience, I know that I'm glad to be a man.